Ron, do you have anything to say about this question?
Well,
How it differs from the way we see creative process now, perhaps?
well, I
And in the
actually
past.
have sort of some philosophical points that are behind what I write to some degree. When I used to go to poetry readings, I would apologize to all the women in the room for what men have done to them since the beginning of time. And I have written poems recently about penis extensions. I have a bow and arrow that gives me a big penis. I've got a rifle that gives me a bigger penis. I've got a cannon that gives me a huge. So I try also to maybe go around the corner a little bit and try to make things a little better politically.
Hidden treasures. You've got hidden treasures. And so, do you want to? You
I
have
do
two
a
questions.
question.
Yeah,
And it goes back to you guys talking about memory and writing, and perhaps even encountering yourselves when you're writing. So Samuel Beckett wrote a play called Crash Last Tape. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
familiar with it or not. And it's a fascinating.
Just perform. They
I know
just
it's
had to perform.
The first time I saw it was like 50 years ago. So, and I haven't seen it or read it since. So I'm going on my own memory. But it's an interesting phenomenon that you mentioned when you talk about writing and then reading something you wrote a while ago. Now, Ron is not young. You guys are fairly young. And so, do you ever pick up something you wrote 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 10 or 15 years ago, and read it and go, I know that person, but I'm not that person anymore? I mean, how do you feel when you encounter yourself? That's what's happening when you do that. You're encountering a different self. How do you feel about that? I mean, when you run into it, does it inspire you? Does it scare you?
Gosh, well, I always was a writer. I kept a journal from when I was 6 years old, and I always just wrote every day. And those journals, when I read my journals from when I'm 8 years old, I am shocked by I am exactly the same. Exactly. I cannot believe when I read these things. It's like, it almost makes me believe in a soul. You know what I mean? Like, I can almost imagine we have souls or something. Because it's this like, we do have souls.
We do. I have two souls.
You know, it's whatever. The verdict is out. The imagination is so, like, you know, this is enough for me. It doesn't have to have some, you know, who knows? Anything's possible. But,
You're
gosh,
Jewish, you have a
I
Shema.
am, like, I'll change my ideas, thoughts, just like how we learn from history. I grow up thinking one thing, and then you learn more, and then you change your mind. So there's definitely, you know, I have compassion for thinking Columbus was a hero when I was in 3rd grade, and then I learned more. So it's like, you know, you get more information and you're like, oh wow, he was evil. And so, but you understand that in your own personal history in terms of information. So I've changed a lot about what I think about things politically and everything, and science, because you get more information and it changes
Your perspective.
Yes, it changes it. And it changes, like, yeah, the truth, your emotional relationship to the facts. But then there's this core of like what my interests are, what my goals are, like of what's propelling me through my experience, what is getting my attention has been, it's uncanny. Like I wouldn't even believe it if I didn't keep the journals. So just for me personally, I was exactly like this when I was 2 years old.
Well, from what you're saying, you're also a different person, that you're now
Yes.
a stranger to that person.
Well,
Yes.
it's not possible for us to be the same.
Yeah, because
Well,
our
it is possible,
capabilities
but different.
change with our body's strength, with skills we learn. You know, if there was once I couldn't ride a bike, someday I won't be able to ride a bike again, maybe, or I'll be dead. You know what I mean? It's like, so that's the thing of what makes you different is your capabilities, your experiences, but then there's that other part of you, of what you're looking at. It's like the me before I rode a bike, then I could ride a bike, and then I hope I can always ride a bike. But what if someday?
What if you hate riding a bike now?
What if I have an accident and now I have like trauma from it and I don't want to ride bikes anymore? That's a me that, you know, yeah, I mean, but I'm still gonna be someone that's like moving through the world,
Ron, do you want to answer? I think we have only a few minutes left, but I also, is it possible for them to maybe read a little bit more?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
No
So
problem.
We're
Ron,
not holding you guys hostage.
maybe you could talk to him about, you know, how he has changed from when he was 5.
Well, let me just let everybody here know, because I mean, I don't want anybody to run away, that our next program, Writing in the Dark, Making Art in Desperate Times, will be following you immediately,
Okay.
so you
Absolutely.
can stick around for that.
Please do stick around, and Jane, do you wanna read something before we end panel?
Sure, because this connects to what we were talking about. Actually, there's like 2 things that really connect. I'm gonna do, is that okay, 2 poems? This one's called Arlene. I had 2 cousins named Arlene. I only realized it when I was 50, and they were sitting on the couch together for the first time. One was from my mother's side of the family, my favorite cousin. The other was from the side of dreams. It was Arlene as a little girl. So that we'd always get to play kick the can on Long Island with all the kids on Naples Lane and enjoy the game Monopoly and watch The Wizard of Oz on TV. No matter how I see that movie, it's me watching with her as children on our bellies in my grandma's rec room, our chins propped up on our hands, the Berber carpet, wood paneling on the walls. That room is long gone, but I still occupy it. The bar with 3 stools, and the white round table from Italy with 4 black and red chairs, where we wrote Christmas cards and licked every stamp. I can still taste the glue and hear the phone ring, a real mechanical bell shaking inside to make the sound. The vibration of a thing echoes, so that I have so many cousins Arlene, one from every time we spent together. Like the time we tried to rub out the blood from the bedding when I got my period, but the evidence couldn't be erased. The Tell Lies one, then this is the last one. But that was no, I mean, it was one, I had
Wait.
one cousin named Arlene, but like, she was so many. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Ron, you wanna read yours, and then she'll read hers, and then you'll read yours. I'm just being, it's all about equality.
Subway story in the time of COVID-19. I had to travel into Manhattan to cash my unemployment check, so I sat in the front car wearing a mask, doing my best to avoid the other passengers. After leaving the bank, I walked back to Union Square Station and found a place on the platform where there weren't too many people standing around waiting. Time goes by, and no train appears. There's a sudden movement as a woman, maybe late 50s, tosses her bag and her mask onto the tracks, then clumsily climbs down and joins me. "Hey, what's up?" I shout through my mask. She moans and says that this is how she's going to get home. She's tired of everything. She edges over towards the 3rd rail, and unfortunately, because my back is so messed up, I can't physically grab her, so I unleash my best zinger. "Do you believe in any kind of God? Because if you do, you gotta know how pissed off he or she's gonna be if you touch that thing." A young guy comes running over, jumps onto the tracks, and lifts the lady up, depositing her on the platform. He holds her, waiting for the police, who do get there pretty quickly. My train finally arrives, and I go home, amazed at how the universe works.
It's funny that you always say afterwards that this actually happened.
Well,
It's like you're you need this confirmation. Is it for
Like, you
us?
can't even
Is
believe
it
it.
for us or for you?
I know. Well, I mean, the universe is doing these things all the time, raining down life and death and all the rest of that. So the fact that we see bits and parts of it and try and get it down, I just want to make sure one realizes that I'm not making it up, because
Yes.
it's probably a lot of people do make stuff up in there.
Well, that's the question of fiction and nonfiction, but that's for another panel.
Is it for us or
discussion.
for you is rather a penetrating question.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron is always for himself and for us.
All right, so here's the last one, and this one isn't really memoir, it's like thinking about that thing about truth and lies. Tell lies. Tell lies. Lie, 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 lie. They say lies destroy the world, but lies make the world. There are so many lies, they are actually holding the truth together. Without lies, no one would understand the truth. Just lie to protect the people you love from pain. Just lie to protect yourself. It's so easy to disappoint people. Just tell them what they want to hear. Lies. Tell yourself lies to hold your narrative together. Otherwise, you'll lose hope and hate yourself. Your promises are lies because no one knows the future. Promises address the mess of your conflicting aspirations to comfort yourself and those you care for. Your explanations are lies, constructed to justify your insatiable hunger, your insurmountable desire dealt at birth for no reason, no meaning, but for what you make up. Fact is, religion is a lie. History is a lie. Reality is a lie. They are agreements on elaborate fictions that create a map for an infinity that cannot be mapped, except for the map itself is the existence. No one wants the truth. If they say they want the truth, they are lying. Go ahead, tell them the truth, and they will call you a liar.
Oh, gee.
Any still ask questions?
No, well, Ron's gonna read the last
We
poem,
gotta turn it-
and
we
then
have
we're gonna
another
turn it
I've got
over
a
to
real
the next
tiny one,
panel.
it'll go real fast. It takes a pandemic to end a 50-year career of working in New York City's independent bookstores, which included the Strand Eastside Books, New Morning, Coliseum Books, St. Mark's Bookshop, and Postman Books, which closed on March 16th due to the virus. The last book I sold there was Camus' The Play.
No!
That's a true story.
Oh my
It's a true
God!
story. It's a young British
That is,
intellectual. It was a young British
oh my God,
intellectual.
Ron, that is
It's a
insane.
true story. It was a young British
Wow.
intellectual kid, and I
Oh my
talked to him a
Could you
little bit.
introduce yourselves again?
Well, this is Ron Kolm and Jane LeCroy,
We're both
poets.
on Pink Trees Press. Our books are for sale with us, and right over there, all the Pink Trees books are.
And I'm Leah, Elimeliah. I'm a poet and a writer.
And we're all parents.
a curator, and I teach at City College in John Jay, and I also host a reading series for the past 8 years downtown in the city of Manhattan called Wordshed NYC. So please, if you ever are in town and you want to perform, it's not only
It's a
for
great
writers, it's
reading
also for
series.
musicians and performers
Yeah.
of all sorts. I don't have a space for visual art, but everything else
What's
counts.
it called again? Sorry?
Wordshed.
Worship.
Yeah, it's on
NYC.
Instagram.
One other quick thing. My two sons are in a punk band that play really loud music. I've got still
They're
earplugs
great.
in my bag. Yeah, they play almost once a week. The next one is gonna be about 2 weeks off. They're called Arclight, which I wish they wouldn't have called themselves because that was the name for Kissinger's illegal bombing of Cambodia.
Well, if they're really
It's
loud,
spelled
you
differently.
know.
Sorry.
If they're really loud, it's like
They're really loud. It's
They're
on, they're on Instagram
Oh,
as
yeah.
Arclight NYC, ARKLIGHT NYC, but they're an excellent band.
Yeah.
I love them.
You could see us tonight at Shalom's Gallery, if museum.
Where we're gonna read poetry, so.
We'll be reading more poetry. You can come talk to us, and we're gonna have fun.
And Shalom's art is phenomenal.
Amazing.
It's really
I
Shalom's
went
art
there
is
last
called
night and I'm blown
fusionism.
away. I'm
His-
really
his-
blown
his
away.
work
Me
is
too.
phenomenal. He's a good person.
Really inspiring.
All the
I'm
other
inspired.
artists displayed there.
Yes, there are other
There are
artists.
many artists.
There are many
Yeah,
artists.
and it's
Every-
But they're all under the
Really
rubric of fusionism.
Every
Yeah.
piece.
Oh, my son has two drawings.
Yeah, I
in
know
each
that.
one.
I saw you showing them to Mr. Anthony Hayden Guest last night.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank
Thank you.
And I have if anyone has a CD player, I have a free CD for you from one of my bands because no one has them anymore.
And there's
And it comes with
books.
a book of poetry.
Please,
gonna
support our poets and the bookstore.
Jay,
We have
did you read the Italian
Jane's
Center
book
the
and
other
Ron's
day?
Yes, I
book
did.
over
I was
there on the
there.
shelf.
Oh yeah,